Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review of the newest One Piece anime episode from last night, and that would be One Piece anime episode 763, I believe, and this one is the one that we've been waiting for a long time, with the reveal of Sanji's surname, and of course it probably wasn't very surprising to those of you who've read the manga, but it was probably pretty huge for you anime-only watchers. Like, this had a lot of information in this episode, and honestly the way it was conveyed was really well made, to where I think if you were an anime-only watcher, you would be like totally blown away by this episode. Because this is stuff that like the series has been going on for like darn near 20 years or something, and we're getting information now about main characters that have been around for like over 15 years. It's pretty big stuff. So very first thing with the episode, there's a very short recap this week, like very short. I was really surprised at how well the pacing went this week, but the animation looks nice right off the bat. And the only problem I could see with the animation all episode is there was this one pretty bad Capone still frame near the beginning, but it was like nestled among a really nice animation, so that's just one thing that it was like, why was that even there? They could have done so much better than that. So pretty much Capone's crew surrounds Brook and Sanji. We find out that Capone has the Castle fruit, or Shiro Shiro no Mi, and he has a 300 million berry bounty. So Brook and Sanji back to back, surrounded, like, it looked really awesome, and it was fleshed out nicely and gave a lot more depth than what the manga can give, so I really like the way it looked. Then Vito has Nami and Chopper. This guy Vito is cool too. I really like his design. I loved his introduction in the manga, and I think they did it really, really well here. So Capone tricks Caesar out with his like, we have Karaseki bullets, just kidding, but we have a Karaseki spear. So again, pretty nice. I was expecting a little bit more, but it still was pretty funny. So back to the present time, it was a nice refreshing little break where we had the crew talk to each other about the story and whatever, and then Brook continues on with the story. So then they're in Capone's castle body, and it looks awesome inside. Like I said, the anime and having it like actually moving and everything, it really adds a lot more depth to what you can just get in the manga, so I like the way it looked a lot. I also thought there was a really good use of the OST here. I liked the way it played when they were just sitting around waiting for Capone. It worked really well. So then Sanji gets an invitation to the Tea Party wedding, and he is revealed as Vince Smoke Sanji. Huge reveal for you guys that are anime only watchers. After Sanji's been with us for, like I said, over 15 years, we are now finally learning his family name. He's to be wed now to the 35th daughter of the Charlotte family, Pudding, who is presumably Big Mom's daughter, from what you know. And also, Sanji is the third son, meaning that he actually has siblings. So another really interesting thing, we never knew he had siblings. And the way Brook responds and everything, you can tell he is totally, like, we don't even know in the manga. It hasn't even been brought up in a long time in the manga, but you can totally tell that Brook is hiding something. He definitely knows something about Sanji's family that he's just not saying. And then Nami remembers Sanji saying before that he was from the North Blue, and that's really a huge deal, because to get from North to East Blue you have to cross the Red Line, which is a pretty big friggin' journey. I thought it was cool too the way Capone's like, escape or whatever, or decline, I already have you guys trapped, and the way that his power is so cool that he can move his body and also have the version of himself inside the castle controlling everything inside the castle. That's like a really awesome power, so technically he could be like fighting two people at once. He could be fighting somebody in the body and outside of the body. It's just a really cool ability. And we have the proper introduction of Phantom Gun Vito, and I'm interested that Phantom Gun is the way they translated his epithet, because in the manga there was a bit of a I don't know, it was like discussion back and forth where it's technically like kaiju, which could be like a kaiju monster, like a sea beast like Godzilla or whatever, or it could just mean strange gun, so I think it's interesting that they chose Phantom Gun Vito. So he whispers to Sanji, and I thought that was a great scene. Like, the emotion from Sanji was really well animated, and the voice actor did a great job. And there were a lot of really, like, towards the end of the episode and everything, there were a lot of really badass, like, shots of Sanji and Capone's faces that I thought that was one of the better things about this this episode's animation. And the ending I thought was really tense. I think they did a good job. Not every ending needs to be a cliffhanger. I like the way they did it. So overall, I really did love this episode. Like, it's just huge in information. Like, it's a massive episode for those of you who don't read the manga. And just the development goes really far for the story as a whole. So I love the pacing as well, because I was almost expecting for it to be dragged out and for us to have the Vinsmoke Sanji reveal at the end of the episode. So for us to get through that much, I am really happy with the pacing here. I love the OST use again and again. Like, they did a really good job with the soundtrack this episode. And the animation style, though there was the one really crappy still frame of Capone near the beginning, like, the animation style I really liked. I like when they use this style, once again saying it. So yeah, like, it's just, as an episode to the series, this is monumentally important. It's not as shocking or as out there for those of us that have read the manga, but just trying to feel what I would feel if I was an anime only watcher, this is just huge. This is a massive massive episode for the series as a whole. So because of that, I thought it was massive but not quite perfect. I'll give it, I don't know, because information-wise, it is almost perfect. It's way more than what you would normally expect from a single episode. So I'm going to give it a 9.75 Vinsmokes out of 10, because we now know Sanji's last name, and we have a lot to look forward to in the future for those of you that are anime-only watchers. And even for the manga readers as well, we have a lot that's going to look great animated. So there's just this is a really exciting time to be a fan, I think. Just Zoe as a whole is a really exciting time to be a fan of the series. So yeah, that would be it for this week's review, and then next week I will do yet another review for next week's episode, because I think that's the next time I'll see you with a One Piece video, because we don't have a manga chapter this week, I don't believe. So yeah, I'll see you at next week's anime review, and then hopefully week after next we will get the manga back. So that's it. Thank you once again for watching. Like if you did like this video, comment down there, tell me what you thought of this episode and what you thought of my thoughts of it. Subscribe for more One Piece, both anime and manga, and a ton of other things. And that's about it. So follow on Twitter if you want as well. I'll try to keep you updated there on stuff for the channel. And I'll see you, thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.